Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift didn't just arrive at the 68th Grammy Awards, they shifted the air. Hand in hand beneath the blazing lights of Crypto Arena, the couple stunned the red carpet with a moment that felt less like celebrity theater and more like a cultural heartbeat. On a night built for spectacle, theirs was a gesture of restraint. Quiet, human, and impossible to ignore. The Grammys are usually a whirlwind of glitter, gossip, and grand statements. But this year, something softer cut through the noise. A held hand, a shared smile, a breath-long pause that spoke louder than any acceptance speech. It felt like a cultural handshake, a meeting point where two megawatt worlds briefly overlapped and reminded everyone watching why moments still matter. Travis Kelce arrived first, carrying the calm confidence of a football titan who has effortlessly crossed into pop culture royalty. His tuxedo fit like a second skin, classic and unforced. Clean-shaven, smiling, he looked like a man fully aware the world was watching, and entirely at ease with it. Then came Taylor Swift. Draped in a champagne gold, sequin-soaked gown that shimmered like a constellation, she didn't just walk the carpet, she illuminated it. Every step caught the light, every movement creating a halo effect that turned heads without asking for attention. Fashion, yes, but also presence. When they stepped onto the carpet together, it wasn't loud, it wasn't staged, it was felt. As cameras erupted and chatter swelled, something unexpected happened. The two paused, not for the flashes, not for the microphones, but for each other. In a space that often mistakes volume for meaning, they found stillness. And then, almost instinctively, their hands met. It lasted barely a heartbeat, but it lingered. The gesture was simple, nearly ceremonial in its restraint. A quiet clasp that seemed to anchor them to the moment, to each other, and to the thousands watching. Not performative, not strategic, just real. Witnesses noticed immediately. Taylor's smile lit up the carpet, a veteran fashion director told Page 6. Travis looked like a guy who knows exactly where he stands. That handhold felt protective, like he was saying, "We're in this together." Close-up cameras caught the details that matter most. A whisper exchanged, a shared laugh, a gentle squeeze that said more than words ever could. Even security staff seemed to recognize it, a nod here, a pause there, as though the moment had already delivered what the night was hoping to create. The crowd responded not with chaos, but with something rarer, collective warmth, a ripple of approving cheers, a unified exhale, not pandemonium, appreciation. Fashion commentators praised the balance. Taylor's gown drew its own conversation. The way the fabric danced with the light, the neckline that stopped just short of excess, the jewelry that accented rather than competed. Travis's look told a parallel story. Clean tailoring, minimal accessories, confidence without effort. But the real headline wasn't fabric or fit. It was the reach of his hand. Social media ignited within seconds. Hashtags trended. Fans dissected the moment from every angle, some poetic, some cautious, all engaged. In a digital world where every gesture becomes data, the consensus leaned warm. This wasn't drama. This was connection. Inside Crypto Arena, the energy carried over. Not frantic, electric, but grounded. A reminder that behind record-breaking albums and championship rings are two people capable of making a massive room feel smaller, safer, more intimate. Insiders noted the timing. Grammy night has long been a stage for bold declarations, musical, political, stylistic. Yet this moment stood out precisely because it refused to shout. It was a pause, a breath, a human beat inside a machine built for spectacle. A stylist observing quietly summed it up best. Taylor was luminous, yes, but the visual was how he anchored her. It wasn't a pose, it was presence. From fans pressed against the barricades to photographers mid-flash, the reaction was unified in one way. That moment mattered. Not the loudest, not the flashiest, but unforgettable. In an industry addicted to amplification, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift offered something rarer, proof that tenderness and triumph can share the same stage, and that sometimes the smallest gestures leave the deepest imprint.